What's up, cats and kittens, and shout out to all my Cerebralites. It is me, the Cerebral Diva, and I'm back with another episode of In the Loop. And in today's episode of In the Loop, we're going to be talking about Pride Month. June is Pride Month for all of those out there who are not aware of it. So happy Pride to all of my LGBTQIA listeners, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with that acronym, that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, queer, intersex, and asexual. So there you have it. So you can no longer go through life saying you have absolutely no idea what it means. But before you go another further, if you be so kind as to do yourself a favor and do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. And once you've done that, take another second to hit that tiny little bell so you can turn on your alerts, and that way you will be kept in the loop. Now, before I really get into what I have to say, I'm going to read to you guys a little bit from an article that I just came across on CNN. So you might hear a few clicks, so bear with me while I get to pull the article up here. So let me try to give you guys a composite of exactly what transpired. So there's this group called Deplorable Pride, and this is a pro-Donald Trump LGBT group, and they wanted to participate in the Pride festivities in Charlotte, North Carolina. So just as anyone else would do, they submitted a request to participate. They were going to have drag queens, someone dressed as Melania, pretty much all of the standard fare that you would see at a pride float, excuse me. In addition to that, they also wanted to have the campaign slogan of Donald Trump, which is "Make America Great," adorning the side of their float. Now, the parade organizers decided that this may not be in the best interest of Pride and exactly the message that they're trying to convey, so they denied the request. Now, these people are upset. They're feeling ostracized and feeling like obviously they're discriminated against based on the fact that they support Donald Trump. But my thought process is, if you support Donald Trump, haven't you should already be acclimated to being discriminated against. So why is it okay for Donald Trump to discriminate against you, but suddenly you have a problem if the parade organizers are quote unquote discriminating against you? And I don't necessarily consider this discrimination. I consider this a measured approach to making Pride a happy event, because if you allow a float into a parade that you already know is going to be provocative, that's going to conjure up emotions in such a raw time in our country's history, I don't think it's a smart thing to do. Pride is about people celebrating, being happy, coming together, breaking bread, and being on one accord. And to have one particular float sticking out like a sore thumb just for the purpose of sort of grating on people's nerves, I don't think that it was a smart thing to do, and I think that the parade organizers were well within their rights to do so. Now, this is where it gets a little gray for me personally when it comes to Donald Trump in particular. Now, listen closely, people, because it's not very often that you will hear me say something positive about Donald Trump. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I make no secret of that, and I don't ever see that changing. However, with that being said, I honestly, truly don't feel that Donald Trump is homophobic. That's my personal belief. I know some of you may disagree with me, especially given the fact that he rescinded the law that allowed transgender kids to use the bathroom of their choosing in schools, and now he's saying he believes that it's the state's right to make that decision, blah, 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 blah. But barring that particular infraction, I think that Donald Trump, he's grown up in New York. He's a business person, so he's a mover and a shaker, and he's networked with people from all walks of life. So I don't necessarily see that he is homophobic or bigoted towards the LGBTQ community as a whole. The problem comes with Donald Trump in terms of the people that he surrounds himself with, because probably one of the greatest adversaries to the LGBT community would be Mike Pence. For those of you who are not aware, Mike Pence hails from the state of Indiana, where he helped to write into law something called the Religious Freedom Law. And essentially what that law does is it allows business owners to discriminate against those in the LGBT community based on whatever their religious beliefs may be. Now, the irony comes that so often you have people in the religious community who want to discriminate against people based on their beliefs, but then you have a case like with this float where there's a group of parade organizers who are essentially saying, nope, we don't want you here. And then suddenly they have a problem with people being selective about who they want to participate in certain things. So I don't personally think that Donald Trump is a bigot, but I do think that he's dangerous. He's a danger to the LGBT community just by virtue of the people, because he, to me, is a panderer. You know what I mean? Like, Donald Trump, he became sort of this instant evangelical, 2 Corinthians, he's showing up at these religious conferences and what have you. And Donald Trump is no more a theologian than me. Than me. And I'm agnostic. So I know he's not as pious or as dogmatic as he would want us to believe. But I do believe that he is so eager to align himself with certain people that he will legislate based on that in a way that will be detrimental to the LGBT community as a whole. So in essence, what I'm saying is, no, I don't think Donald Trump is bigoted towards the LGBTQIA community, but I do believe that he is one of those people, he's sort of fair weather. He goes with wherever he feels he can get the greatest favor, that's who he's inclined to agree with or support, if that makes any sense. So having said that, you guys, now it's your turn to chime in. So make sure you comment below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel so inclined. And as always, people, remember to follow me across all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Remember, it is better to be pissed off than to be pissed on. And to live better, love harder, and think smarter. It is me, the Cerebral Diva, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Happy Pride and have a great day. I'll talk to you guys again soon.